Erev Tov, everyone. There is a thread of connection that exists this week's Parsha of Vayikra with Purim and with the general topic of Amalek as well. We're all aware, famous Balaturim, that the Aleph in Vayikra is Aleph Ze'era. It's a small Aleph. So that in essence, the word is Vayikra, not Vayikra. Vayikra is a term of endearment. Kaviyachol Rabbanu Shalom calls Moshe. Vayikra is it happened. That's the term of prophecy that we find by Bilam. It's not so much that the person is entitled to it, but that in the heavenly plan of things, this is what is taking place. So there's a small Aleph. There are many, many interpretations as to why the Aleph is small. Most of them deal with the modesty of Moshe. That Moshe himself is the one that wrote the miniature Aleph because he's modest about himself to the extreme. Ish Moshe Onov Ma'od than any other human being. But there's another insight I want to share with you. Moshe knows that he is not popular. He wouldn't get 100% of the vote. The Medrash says, when Moshe went out, it says, Vayabed kol Yisrael acharov. Jewish people looked at him. They said, look, what a big neck he has. He's eating good off of us. If he walked humbly, they said he's in a bad mood, he's depressed. There must be problems at home. The Jewish people are tough people. To be a leader for the Jewish people is not easy. So Moshe knows that. So therefore the Aleph is small because Moshe knows that he cannot expect unanimity of favorable opinion. He knows that there will be critics. Later on, it bubbles up even to a Das Korach. But we find throughout the Midbar, Moshe is the subject of criticism. By Klal Yisrael. Even to the extent that the Gemara teaches us that when Moshe died, not everybody mourned him, which is almost unthinkable to us. But not everybody was, live a long life and goodbye. So therefore the Aleph is small because he knows he's susceptible to the weakness of the Jewish people as to how it treats its leaders. And it's been that way throughout the generations. And we read in the Megillah, Mordechai Yehudi, Nishna Lamelech Achashverosh, V'godolu LaYehudim. He was a great man for the Jewish people. He saved the Jewish people, he and Esther. Ratzui L'Rov Echad. And he was acceptable to the majority of the Jews. Rashi immediately comments from the Gemara Megillah, She'apirshu mimenu miksas Sanhedrin. There were those that went away from him, that disagreed with him, that said he pursued the wrong policies. He's the man that saves the Jewish people. Somehow, he's also vulnerable to this. He's also open to the fact that not everybody is going to like him. Not everybody's going to agree with him. One of the weaknesses of the rabbinate, if I can point it out, is that every rabbi knows that there are detractors. Not everybody likes him. Not everybody likes what he says. So how does he deal with that? Which is the measure of leadership. I once heard from an old-time Lithuanian Rav that he said the difference between the Rav in Europe and the Rav in America is that the Rav in Europe, if he gave a drasha, and one man came up to him and he said, "Today, Rabbi, was not bad." He went home and he told the rabbis that it was terrific today. Knocked them out. And in America, if one man comes over and he says it wasn't so good today, he goes home and tells the rabbis, "And how can I be a rabbi for such ungrateful people?" So it all lies in the expectations. So Mordechai knew from the beginning that it was only going to be L'Rov Echad. That's why you'll see throughout the Megillah, he wrote the Megillah, he could have given himself titles. He could have raised his role. He could have exalted himself. He could have written to Mordechai Esther Hitzilu at Klal Yisrael. And that would be the truth. He didn't write that. He only wrote Ratzui L'Rov Echad. Because that's a realistic assessment. He learned that from the small Aleph of Moshe. That's what you have to expect. And if we'll extend it, so Kaviochel, it replies, it's almost blasphemy to say, but the Chumash says it to the Ribono Shel Olam himself. We're going to read the Parsha of Vayovel Amalek on Purim, and it ends Ki Yod Al Keis Ko. So the Gemara darshans Ein HaKisei Sholem Ve'ein Hashem Sholem. As long as Amalek is in the world, because Amalek is the ultimate naysayer. He's the ultimate one that says no. So he says no to Hashem also. So it's only Yud Kei. It's not the Shem Sholem. Ein Hashem Sholem. How can it be? Because there'll be those that say no. And that's an important lesson. We are so impressed always by critics, by what others have to say about us. And we are, oh, look what he said about us. You have to realize that's part of the game. That's part of the makeup of the Jewish people, whether internal or external. That there is never a unanimity that backs you, no matter how holy you are. Kaviyachal Hashem himself, Ein Hashem Sholem. So Mordechai is Ratzayoni Larovecha. And Moshe had a small Aleph, Yikra. But that doesn't change the truth of the matter. The truth is Hashem Hu Elokim. And the truth is that Mordechai saved Klal Yisrael. And the truth is that Moshe is the one that gave us and taught us the Torah. And all of this is guaranteed till eternity. And that's how we should look at it. That's how we should follow it. And that should be our viewpoint as well. Rabbi Chananya ben Akash Omer Rotza HaKadosh Baruch Hu Zakos Yisrael Lefi Chalchir Bo Lahem Torah Mitzvot Shenemar Adonai Chafetz Aman Tzidko Yagdil Torah V'Yadir.